Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us today here in Group 7. Today, we're going to focus on visual impairment and how that affects our learners. Really quickly, visual impairment is just any visual impairment that's not able to be corrected with standard eyewear. My name's Dakota.
I'm Erica.
I'm Grace.
I'm Pamela.
And we're going to start off with our first slide with Pamela introducing our exceptional learner category.
Thank you. In the United States, it's estimated that approximately 100,000 students with visual impairment receive special education services, and up to 728,000 students with a visual impairment attend school in the US. Up to 89.4% of students with visual impairment attend local schools, while 69% of them spend the majority of their school day in an inclusive classroom.
Today, we are going to use our featured peer-reviewed research is going to come from the Journal of Special Education. Most of our information is going to be based on the article Perspectives of Students with Visual Impairments on Assistive Technology in the Classroom by Carter and Tuttle. So, visual impairments can affect many areas of school. Academically, students may have difficulty reading standard print, taking notes, interpreting graphs in math, or analyzing diagrams in science. They may also need support with organization, classroom navigation, and independent mobility. Socially, they may have difficulty recognizing facial expressions or maintaining eye contact. It's also important to recognize their strengths. Many students develop excellent listening skills, strong memories, problem-solving abilities, and self-advocacy skills. Many of these impairments can be managed using assistive technology.
So what is assistive technology? Assistive technology is any device, software, or equipment that helps people with disabilities interact with the world, and in relevance to this course, ensure access to core content classes. High-tech devices are electronic or digital tools used to access or produce information in an alternative medium like Braille or audio. High-tech devices also provide accommodating supports like the ability to change text sizes, occlude distracting information, and word prediction. Examples of high-tech devices include screen readers, Braille displays, screen magnifiers, and word prediction equipment. Low-tech devices are simple to use and non-electronic. Examples of low-tech devices include magnifying glasses, large print books, and tactile graphics. This presentation will mainly focus on high-tech devices, considering they offer greater flexibility and more advanced features than low-tech devices. And the student benefits of assistive technology are listed on the screen, but this will be access not only to content, but to the mediums required to interact with that content. Improved efficiency, students are able to work faster due to less struggle. Improved communication with educators, students can easily ask questions and teachers can easily provide feedback. Peer collaboration, because we know that we learn when we work together. So assistive technology gives students with visual impairments the equipment they need to easily interact. And skill development, including technology skills, typing, editing, navigating, coding, problem-solving skills, overcoming issues with the technology, and time management skills using clocks, alarms, planners, and virtual assistants. The first modification is a teacher modification that I'll highlight here. It starts with a problem. A problem identified by the peer-reviewed article, Perspectives of Students with Visual Impairments on Assistive Technology in the Classroom, identified that students with visual impairments identified typing, screen reader knowledge, keyboard commands, word processors, and the internet itself as technology skills that sometimes limited assistive technology use. These limited technology skills were attributed to the introduction of new technology in the classroom. A student interviewed in the article expressed, "Sometimes we get frustrated with my computer because I'm still working on how to use it." Tuttle and Carter identified this problem as familiarity with technology. So what's the solution? Explicitly teaching technology skills by embedding laptop lessons into curriculum can increase student confidence in technology usage, encouraging them to persist through challenges. This can normalize technology usage, destigmatizing this usage for students with visual impairments. Can also increase student ease in completing assignments and set students up to continue improving their technology skills past their academic career and into the workforce post-grad. Some example topics that can be taught include typing, keyboard shortcuts, internet fluency, and online planner usage. I'm going to hand us off to Pamela to introduce a second teacher modification.
Thank you, Grace. The second modification is also for teachers. It's really focused on the science classroom. So in the science classroom, there can be unique challenges for students with visual impairments. Teachers who employ assistive technology will be able to empower their students to do their own investigation and participate in group activities. You can see some of the examples of modifications and technology that they can use. Teachers can present students with 3D printed models to feel the structures that they're studying, things like smart pens that measure temperature, and audio and textbooks, including Braille readers. And next, I'll pass it off to Dakota.
Thanks, Pamela. So moving on, we're going into strategies for parents because obviously teachers are not the only ones part of an IEP team supporting our visually impaired learners. So the first thing the parent can do is just connect with the student in the way that only they can. When a student's at home, they're more encouraged to speak candidly about how they feel about assistive technology. Parents are able to notice how they use it, how they react to it. And at the end of the day, they really do know their student the best. Parents have a ton of context and knowledge that their student can share with the IEP team if they feel necessary, or if they feel that it's crucial as a parent. All parents should feel that they're able to share their input and observations freely, of course. Parents can also familiarize students with assistive technology in their day-to-day life. They can try the material themselves or encourage their students to show them how to use it, show them their favorite parts. They can also normalize assistive technology and the potential discomfort that may come along with that. In the Tuttle and Carter article, one student actually noticed that they felt nervous using the technology around other students, feeling that they were distracting others, or that he had to constantly explain why he was using it. Normalizing these feelings, talking to them about it, and advocating for them if they feel it's necessary is the number one strategy a parent can utilize in the classroom. Now we can move on to Erica for strategy number 2.
So another important parent strategy is to support literacy every day, utilizing the accessible technology that the rest of the team has been talking about. Parents can read with their children using the accessible materials such as audiobooks, braille books, and large print books together, depending on the child's individual needs. And establishing a daily reading routine and maintaining regular communication with the teacher of students with visual impairments or TVIs and classroom teacher will help reinforce the literacy skills and ensure that the supports used at school continue in the home. Research published in Teaching Exceptional Children emphasizes that the collaboration between families and educators is essential for improving educational outcomes for students with visual impairment.
Today we talked about visual impairment, went over, defined it, and talked about how visual impairment impacts our students in the classroom. We propose that assistive technology can be used to improve students' ability to learn, as well as display the skills that they've learned over the course of the school day or even at home. Assistive technology can also improve the students' overall independence and improve the social experiences of school, allowing them to connect more with their peers or improve their overall self-confidence. The IEP team, teachers, parents, everybody else involved have a lot of things that they can do. We talked about teachers being able to explicitly teach and practice technology skills to ensure their students know how to use the assistive technology. We also talked about experimenting with a variety of assistive technology tools for student-specific needs. For parents, we talked about practicing and reinforcing accommodations at home and normalizing them in the home, as well as normalizing students' feelings, positive or negative, and helping advocate for them when it's necessary. Together, we can all ensure that our students receive a free and appropriate education. In our last slide, we're also going to show a few of our resources that we used, including our primary resource, the Tuttle and Carter article. Thank you.